This is Bob Inglis. Join us tonight for a neighborhood discussion at the Clock in Boiling Springs. I'll be there from 5 to 6. Before that, weather permitting, I'll be going door to door around Boiling Springs. Visit EnglisForCongress.com for a complete schedule.
People are pretty frustrated with the financial bailout, or rescue as I prefer to call it, with some good reason. I mean, it's $700 billion. I think that we did a particularly lousy job, I think, of presenting it, because it was presented as a bailout when actually it's a buyout. But the hope is that it isn't going to end up costing $700 billion, and it actually is going to save us the money that we would have lost by a financial collapse, which is my main concern. I mean, when you hear very talented economists who really have no political axe to grind, people like Ben Bernanke from here in South Carolina, taught himself calculus in the 9th grade, telling us, please act, and act quickly. And when the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board says that to you, you probably need to pay attention if you're a member of Congress. And I'm really sort of disappointed with my colleagues, some of whom decided they'd become brilliant macroeconomists overnight. I don't know how they got all their expertise. I mean, Ben Bernanke's a pretty talented fellow, right? But what Bernanke and Paulson were basically asking for is the ability to go in and buy up these assets that nobody's buying and nobody can sell. They're illiquid. So the government goes in, buys them, holds them, gets the interest off of them, because underneath them are mortgages where people are paying their monthly payments. Buy them, hold them, get the interest off of them. As the market gets stable, then reintroduce them to the market, sell them, and hopefully the government makes a little bit of money off of it. So the main objective was just to get stability in the markets and hopefully stop a collapse that people like Bernanke and Paulson thought was imminent. Is it going to solve all the problems? No, it clearly isn't. We're still going to have gyrations in the stock market, and we're in for a rough time, because what's happened here is we've overdosed on credit. The federal government's overdosed on credit, businesses large and small, and most families really are overdosed on credit, or have overdosed on credit. And so it's got to work through the system. If it does, hopefully we can get it to where we can work through it in a calm way rather than a sort of disastrous kind of falling apart kind of way. And so that's why I voted for the package, and I think it has a chance of working. But there may be additional steps we need to take in order to keep the economy going as best we can, because, in the end, it's all of us, and it's real serious ramifications of this. It's people's jobs, it's their houses, it's their whole livelihood. And early on, it seemed like it was just some Wall Street high flyers, Who cares about them? But really, it's all of us. It's going to come to all of our houses. If we don't have one of the subprime mortgages, well, we might have an employer who's having a hard time getting credit to keep their operations going. So it really is all of our houses. It's going to come to all of our houses before it's over. That's why I felt the need to act.